Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with the trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hid it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done. And he did it.
The years at IIT Bombay are possibly the most magical years of one's life. One that stays with them forever. It's not surprising that 45 years after their halcyon days on campus, when the alumni were faced with an impossible ask, this character shone through. Possessing attributes of resilience, entrepreneurial spirit, and the ability to manage any eventuality with panache. We call these individuals the impossible people. Given their attachment with IIT Bombay, it was an easy decision for them to boldly go where no alumnus, no association had ever gone before. Project Evergreen was born over a casual conversation between Director IITB and Kirat Patel. At an age when ordinary mortals hang up their boots, Kirat, in consultation with the alumni, made a commitment to develop a 2-hostel campus, wholly funded and managed by them.
Necessity is the mother of invention. Our infrastructure needed urgent upgrades, and the government funding policy had changed. We already had some success in the renovation of Hostel 5 with the alumni. It was time to push the envelope and involve them in a project unprecedented in scale. It was a risk, but we believed in the power of trust and the commitment of alumni.
An impossible task, almost a pipe dream. Raise 200 crore. Start construction without the project being fully funded. Make sure the funding pipeline supports the schedule. Who else but the impossible people to make this come true? Kirat's call to Narayan Sundaresan, Hostel 8, 1975, was met with,
Kirat, if it has to be done, it will be done. We will do it. Go ahead and make your commitment.
Kirat also received some sage advice from Raj Mashruwala to target anchor donors.
The initial response was very encouraging. I'd say it was a huge leap of faith by the alumni, given the proposed nature of the project. I must also give credit to the IIT Bombay Alumni Association for trusting us and taking the risk. Even then, we split the project into 2 parts. The first phase was project design and approvals, costing about 4 to 5 crores. This we achieved rather swiftly from our 26 charter donors. Phase 2 was subject to our belief that we would be able to raise the entire amount needed for construction. Else, we would finish the initial design and fieldwork and hand over the project to IIT.
An MOU was signed between IITB and IITB-AA to formalize the initiative in 2021. The responsibilities also began to fall in place. Kirat to lead funding along with Zenobia Driver for IITB-AA, Raj Mashruwala for IIT-HF, Narayan Sundaresan to mastermind the construction. The core team decided that all contracts will be evaluated and awarded by an independent expert panel to ensure complete transparency and integrity. Around this time, IIT Bombay authorities requested the Alumni Volunteers team, which had now expanded, to incorporate a girls' hostel in the design. Girls now account for 25% of the student population and face acute accommodation shortage.
The initial cost estimates were at 110 crores, which became 200 crores to account for the girls' hostel.
Funding, as you know, it's a bit of a yo-yo journey, okay? Spirits are buoyed one day, they are down another.
We decided that if we could achieve a 50 crore mark in commitments, we could take the plunge. We crossed that mark around March 2023. And that's when we decided that Alumni will take the project forward to conclusion.
It was time to begin the journey towards a tryst with history, with the first Greenfield Alumni Masterminded Turnkey project. Project Evergreen aptly broke new ground on 24th of June 2023.
Right through this journey, we had to carefully track all activities and ensure that construction activity never gets affected due to lack of fund flows.
Narya, with his project management expertise, took charge of the site with a target to achieve IGBC Gold certification.
When we started the project, we had an objective of establishing project timelines in the institute like never before. So I decided to ask for a tough taskmaster to lead the project, and the project management consultant gave me one.
A project management partner was appointed to oversee the construction, to keep IITB involved at every stage of the process and to institutionalize the learnings for future projects. The project kicked off in an uncharted territory. 2x3, a research agency, was appointed to conduct a student survey to understand expectations. All these inputs helped put together an exhaustive design brief for the architects.
Possibly the best detailed and most articulate brief that my partner Shilpa Ranade and I received. Also the most challenging.
The architect's brief had elements from the students' audit, the need to retain the IITB character, as well as hostel identities and cultures, sustainable development, as well as make the design inclusive.
In the space that earlier accommodated 250 students in one hostel, we had to construct 3 mixed-use hostels to accommodate 1150 students.
It also had functional elements like adequate natural lighting, ventilation, and other recreational spaces. Students preferred double rooms to get a room buddy. Single rooms were desirable only in the final year. Hostels were to be designed to retain wing culture and nurture student affiliation over 4 years. This also meant that IIT would revert to the same hostel over 4 years practice.
To minimize disturbance to the foliage, we designed around the footprint of the old hostel.
A mixed-use facility with common areas, breakout zones, study rooms, and other amenities.
I believe that with this project, we have achieved the synchronicity between design efficiency, architectural poetry, and IITB's heritage and biodiversity, besides delivering on the critical social life needs of students.
Contributions have come in from over 30 batches. From the very first batch, the pioneers of 1962, families of deceased alumni, right up to the 2024 batch. We were really touched when a current student donated 100 rupees just to show solidarity for this project. This good fortune could be partially credited to a brilliant solution from Anu Narasimhan. She structured the naming rights for rooms, wings, and floors in the hostel.
As the project progressed, site user-friendliness and aesthetics demanded attention.
The project had to retain the legacy of Hostel 7 and Hostel 8, as well as bring in the new. We had our inspirations from visits to various institutes locally and globally, and to bring this alive through the signage, the murals, and the sculptures. We had fun lightening and livening up the hostels for the students. And another element that brings the hostels to life is these goofy signs that adorn the walls.
Project Evergreen has inspired some unsung heroes.
When the entire team is working pro bono, it was no longer a job for me. The concept of holidays and weekends no longer existed.
It even inspired the project contractor to pledge his CSR funds to the corpus.
I was so motivated by concept of this project that I decided to use my CSR fund to support it.
The alumni, 35 of them, working full-time, pro bono, working for the institute and making an impossible dream possible. It's truly an incredible achievement. These hostels mark a new beginning. They have set a process, development, and quality benchmarks for all future campus development.
Project Evergreen doesn't just upgrade students' hostel life. It is a shot in the arm for all of us committed to the Vision 2030 for the institution. IITB DRF, IITB Alumni Association, and IITB HF convinces me that our audacious goal of taking IIT Bombay to a position of preeminence globally is now a distinct possibility.
We had promised to the institute director that by June 2025, they will have the rooms for allotment. And somewhere along the line, when I realized there was a bit of a slack in the progress, I decided to announce an end date, and we fixed 26th April 2025 as the date when the project will be unveiled and handed over to the institute. And I'm happy to say that we have actually delivered on our project.
Project Evergreen is just the first step. We are thankful to all those who stepped forward and became a part of this iconic journey. There is a lot more to be done on campus, and this impossible gene is in all of us. We just took the first step.
I will like to invite more alumni to step forward and help the institute with their time, money, or in any other way. IIT Bombay will be with you every step of the way.
Somebody scoffed. Oh, you'll never do that. At least no one has done it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start to sing as you tackle the thing that couldn't be done, and you'll do it.
Project Evergreen would like to thank the donors, project initiators, and all the volunteers. It is a tribute to the spirit of the impossible people of IIT Bombay that will serve as an inspiration to the alumni, the impossible people in every corner of the world to connect with IIT Bombay and lend a shoulder. After all, it's just the beginning. IIT Bombay is calling. Are you in?